I can well imagine that probably most of you thought we were going to start this episode out with a box opening. Well, that's coming, probably in a couple of minutes. But I just wanted to show you that I went ahead and I put the brace on the other wing, and it went pretty much the same, except that the first time when I was trying to put the glue on right there, it stuck to the applicator, so I had to wait for it to dry, and I guess you might say it didn't go as well, but it did go. So I'm noticing we have spent a lot of time on step 65, which is the very last step. However, I'm going to stay on it for probably another day because I want to do the canopy here. I want to fold it up, and we're not going to paint this. We'll wait until all the other three aircraft are assembled, and that won't be for a long time because this is the last step, the very last step. But if you remember, we just wanted to see if it was possible to make one of them look like the wings were folded so that it could go into the hangar and be visible from the outside, and it was a real good idea. To those viewers who made that suggestion, thank you. In the meantime, let's see if we can do something with our photo etch canopy here. But first, let's check this out. Well, that's what I ordered. And here's the other thing I ordered. Reason I got this is because I don't have one. I've been using a hair dryer, and I was thinking maybe something like this might work really well when I want to do something like maybe, melt a sprue. It gets really, really hot, these things, apparently. So, wonder what this is all about. Yeah, 1200 degrees Fahrenheit. That'll set something on fire. Anyway, we'll look at that later. Okay, this thing is actually bigger than I thought it would be, but that's all right. I was thinking that in the event that I don't want to have it mounted on the edge of the table, I should be able to clamp it onto a block of wood, and the block of wood would be screwed to the table where I think it's going to be the most convenient for me, and then this thing should be able to adjust around. I think it's going to be okay. I was expecting something a little smaller, but that's all right. Yeah, it's going to be okay. think I'm going to try and use Andy's photo etch bender here for some of it, at least for the two first bends. Okay, I think that's the right way up. And I'm going to use the this dulled blade here. At least I think this will work. Maybe it's too long. Maybe I need a narrower blade here because this is not too long. I mean, it's too wide. Yeah, I want to use this system where we put the blade into the notches, and then slide it up to the edge, and then tighten it down. Remember we talked about that, what was it, 2 or 3 weeks ago? But this is obviously too wide. Now, in case somebody is wondering what I mean by too wide, let's assume we want to bend this particular panel up a little bit. In other words, we want to bend it here, and here, and here, those three spots. Now, if I try to get the blade, you know, it's riding. You can maybe if I move it over to the edge like this. See, this is getting out of the field of view here. Maybe I should tape this thing down and reshoot this. So with the macro lens, positioning is critical. Okay, I could put this one in here and then sort of rock it across. It's kind of in the grooves. I should check my monitor. Am I even still on the screen here? Oh yeah. Okay, I think you see the problem. And even right here, where's my little pointing thing here? Now this joint here is not perfectly aligned with this one right here, where this panel bit bends up. In other words, it's not working. My number, even my number, axle blade number 18 here is too wide, as you can see. Got to be careful. This one's sharp. This other one here, I've dulled it, so it's not going to accidentally cut through anything that it's not supposed to. You know, I really like that idea where you drop the blade into the crack. Is that a good one or is that the broken one? Oh, I should do it the other way. Okay. Okay, something like that. Okay, I sort of felt it go into place. Then the idea is you bring it back, and then when you tighten it down, and it should be exactly the right way. I like that idea, but with this particular piece, it's not working too good. Now, I was just noticing here, this one right here, that's the one that we bent. If you remember, I said, oh, I bent it. Oh, I bent it. Oh, this is the one. I wonder if I can just gently straighten that now. Maybe I'll twist it around so you can see it. Okay, I've swung it around the other way. The light's better. No, don't want to make this worse. You know, it's so close, it's almost perfect. Nobody's going to be able to see that that's not 100% accurate. Now, if I was to have tried to have folded this thing up when it was back here, this corner here would have, jammed because it's not on the same axis as the bend. So that's why I've moved it out here. I think we can probably get away with trying to fold it up. No, it doesn't go up at a 90 degrees. It probably goes up at about, I'm guessing 60 degrees maybe. Let's just make sure nothing seems to be binding here. Okay, I think that's probably about it. Now we'll turn it around and do the other side the other way. Okay, we're all swung around here. It doesn't have to go too far. Now we've got the two major bends done. I can always squeeze these together a little bit more if I have to. Okay, this one here has to be folded up, and the same thing with these other ones. You can see how they're going to go, and then we'll CA the joints. Yeah, that'll be fun. Okay, my thinking now is to bend this back panel up at the right angle. It doesn't come up 90 degrees. As you can see, it has to come up so that it will perfectly match up with these other two corners. And I think if I could cut myself a piece of soft wood or something so I could hold it down right in the center, then I can bend this one and this one independently of each other until I get the angle just right. Then we'll worry about these front ones later. If I get the back one right, then these two little wing panels, or what do you want to call them, they should be just about at the right angle already, and there shouldn't be too much trouble meshing everything up. Anyway, that's the plan. See if I can find a little piece of wood now that I can cut, because I want something that's going to press down evenly across all 5 places, and yet I don't want to press down too hard, because if I do, I'm going to make it round like this, and we don't want that. Who says it has to be wood? Why can't it be like a piece of cardboard, just sort of flattened down to the right thickness? Could something like this work now, maybe? Yeah. Okay, now I have a little bit of masking tape behind this thing here so that the cardboard won't have a tendency to be sliding on the plexiglass. And try and get this in the right place here. I think I'm not putting any undue stress on anything. Now, the idea is to try and bend this up a little. Is it bumping into my cardboard, maybe? Okay, now this one has to go in a little. I'll just use my finger. And then up a little. Okay, I believe I got this corner right. Now, I have to remember to keep it over top of that black dot, otherwise it's going to get out of your field of view. How's that look? get this one in just a little bit more there. Oh, too much. Okay, I do believe if I put a little bit of CA thin and let it wick its way into those joints, I think that'll be good. And then we'll do the other one, we'll do the front ones later. Let's just turn that around, see what we got here. I don't think we damaged anything. That looks pretty good to me. You know, I'm not happy unless I can be poking at something, so I'm real happy right now, right? Yeah, that looks good. Now when it comes to folding up the other 3 panels, obviously this is too long. So we'll just try and shorten it here. I think if I was to cut it straight up like that, maybe a little bit narrower. Yeah, just cut this out like this. However, when I glue up something like this, these corners here that you probably can hardly see, it's really nice to be able to hold these at just something like this at just exactly the right angle. And I don't have locking tweezers. I can do it like this. Then I can use this, because obviously you can't put something like this in something like this. It'll just snip it right off. So and I don't want to be holding it too tight either. Yeah, otherwise I'm going to end up bending it here. I'm thinking out loud again. Okay. Now I can take my CA applicator and I can, very carefully do the little joint there. If I can hold it at exactly the right angle, I can do a more meticulous job. I was just thinking here, why couldn't I do the other 3 panels? And then I can do my CA thing all at the same time. I don't need to reposition it in the clamp. Okay. Yeah. Okay, these little side panels, they're already bent up at a bit of an angle. They don't have to go up too much. Oop. Now this one here should just sort of go up to meet them. I wonder maybe this one has to be twisted just a little bit. If I get another pair of tweezers and just rotate it just a tiny bit. This one should be rotated this way, and this one should be rotated this way. Where's my other tweezers now? Okay. How can I get this here? If I can grab hold of this one, whoops, and twist it a little. Give it a little tiny twist here. I don't want to be working it back and forth too many times, otherwise what's going to happen is metal fatigue is going to set in. Okay, that's pretty well got that one. Maybe I can micro adjust them when I get them in the alligator clip. This one here just a tiny bit. Rotate it this way. There. I think that's not too bad actually. This one right here that I'm touching now, I think I can micro adjust it when I get it in the alligator clip. Now, this joint right here, closest to you, should be pushed together just slightly, but once again, I think I can, like I say, micro adjust these later. Okay. Yeah. However, I think that's going to have to be tomorrow. So, once again, thanks for watching, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.